It is time to redo this little table.
You see how crazy patchy this is?
Well, I ran out of caulk. This table actually inspired this entire makeover when I found it a couple weeks ago at an estate sale. I got this table for just $10 and I knew that it would be the perfect size for this entryway. Now wait to see what is up under here and to make it shine again. So let's get started. And much more drizzly day, but yesterday I went out and bought some more of the really coarse sandpaper because I had run out and everything I was using was too smooth. So hopefully this coarse sandpaper will really help take the paint off much better and we can actually get down to the wood grain so that way we can stain and finish up this little table for the entryway.
Okay, believe it or not, I've been sanding for like an hour straight. And do you see how crazy patchy this is? That paint does not want to come off at all. And even when it does, all of the different woods are all kind of damaged like this. It's just not in good shape. And so as much as I wanted a warm stain and like that warmth and that richness that comes from a wood stain, I just don't think this patchy stained wood is gonna do it. So I think I'm just gonna paint it black, which is my favorite, and I will add warmth through the accessories and other things. So I think that's where we're at. I mean, if it's taking this long for the flat areas, I cannot imagine all these details. Like, I just don't think it's gonna come out clean.
Pro tip, have a citronella candle if you work outside in the summertime and you don't want to get eaten up. In case you're wondering, I'm flipping another table, just one that I found and thought I could upcycle, and so I'm just flipping that one, and I'm using black paint also, so I was like, let me just do this all at one time. So that's what that is, but it is time to paint our entryway table. Okay, while the tables are drying, I think we're gonna go ahead and start prepping this space. So a couple of the things I wanna do is I wanna caulk the trim both above and below. When we first got this house, it actually had popcorn ceilings, and so ever since Josh scraped them and refinished the ceiling, the molding that was here before does not line up with the ceiling now, and so I've been dying to caulk it for a while, but I'm just gonna take it room by room. So I'm gonna caulk the trim, and then we're gonna take this off. I'm gonna figure out what to do with this thing that's hiding. And then I would love to repaint the closet doors as well. So we're gonna start prepping this area while the table is drying. Well, I ran out of caulk. That was the end of a tube from our bathroom project, which is actually where I learned how to caulk. So I'll go grab another tube real quick, open it up, and keep going along that line up there. I stayed up pretty late last night finishing painting the doors. It took 3 coats, but I think they look really good, and I can't believe how much brighter it is. I kind of knew that it would be, but I can't believe it. Like, it's still shocking when I come down the stairs. Today, we're going to be moving our table in and styling this entryway area, which is the part that I'm the most excited about. And, oh, I want to show you the table. Don't you love it? It's perfect. So when I was finishing painting up the table and I was trying to make sure I got everything into the grooves of these legs, I was like, these legs look familiar. Like, I feel like I've painted this before. And then I realized they have the same exact leg detail as that chair that I thrifted a while back. If you want to see that thrift flip, it's actually before I started my channel, but I have a reel over on my Instagram, so you can check that out. But it's the same exact leg detail. And so it's gonna pull right from the entrance over to the other spot in the living room, which is perfect. But now it is time to warm this up some, because the black and the white is a little stark right now, but it's going to be perfect and just add depth once we get the other warm baskets and brass in different tones on here. So let's just get started. The first thing I need to do is take out this old nail from where that canvas was hanging here. I was debating about removing this, but here's the thing is, I could take the cover off, but this is hardwired into the wall, and this actually works. This is for turning on our baseboard space heaters, and the ring right here actually sticks out further than the cover. So I'm just gonna leave the cover on because I'm gonna have to find a solution to get it over this ring anyway. So I'm just gonna leave it on so that way it's all protected. But now let's just get this nail out. Yes, I'm using a baby pink hammer because I got a pink toolkit from my dad when I first moved out on my own. I guess that was his way of being like, you're on your own now. So it's come in handy though. So these are the 2 thrifted frames that I want to use. I actually found them on 2 different days, and they had the same like canvas matte detail. And even though they're really different, I like that. So I want to put this gold one up there just because it's a little smaller and it's a little less heavy visually. And then I want to use this black one down lower. And I also want to use it to kind of like cover that box. So my thought is if I use a really long nail, that it might just be able to sit kind of like that. And it's not ideal, but I think it'll work. And then this one will go above it, but is that too high? I think that's too high. So I've kind of been playing, and it's not ideal, but I had it like this, and then the second one would go above it, and it's a little high, in my opinion, but this is gonna be filled up with like a table lamp and flowers, so I think it'll look okay. So this one has a wire on the back of it, and the best way to hang a wire one is to hold the nail where the wire is taut, and then just place your frame where you want it and kind of poke a hole in the wall, and that will tell you exactly where to put your nail. I know it's super hard to see, but there is actually a itty bitty little puncture mark right there above my finger. Can you see that? So that is the nail hole that we're gonna go for. So this one has a picture hanger on the back. So I've got my nail, and I'm just gonna put it where I want that to hit, and then poke a hole. Okay, what do we feel about that? I do know that it is higher than preferred. Like I said, we are going to fill up this space with accessories, so it won't be quite as jarring. And this is kind of a workaround issue. It's not my first choice. So I think this is going to be good. So we're going to take these down and put our prints in. So I actually thrifted both of these frames. This one was just like a Marshall's one that wound up at the thrift store, but I got it for $3, including the artwork, but I'm gonna swap that out. But I just thought the frame was pretty, and the day before I found this like wooden frame that is incredible. And it actually had an oil painting in it, an original artwork oil painting. So I knew that these two would pair well together, even though they don't look like an obvious choice for pairing. They would at least have that same detail going through, and it would look thoughtfully mix matched. At least that's my thinking. I have had our engagement photos for months now. I haven't done anything with them. And so I printed off a couple from Walgreens. It literally took 10 minutes. I ordered it on my computer, and then they sent me an email saying it's ready, and it cost less than $5, and I got these black and white prints. Now, these black and white prints are a little on the blue side to me. Maybe that's just me, but I still thought black and white was a good choice. And so I'm just gonna tape them into place. Next couple of things that I want to add is I thrifted this basket for $2. It was in kind of bad shape. Yeah, $2. Here's a sticker. It was kind of in bad shape. It had like a lot of pieces coming off the back, like unwoven. But if I'm going to be using it for shoes, I don't really care that it's beat up. And to me, it doesn't really look super beat up. And I just thought it would be the perfect size right here to catch shoes and things and to warm this space up. And then I've had this, I thrifted this one, the tag says 4, but I don't think it's 4, but it had like a hole in it, and I never knew what to do with it. I'm pretty sure that it was like a trivet for like a glass baking pan, but I thought it would be a really great like mail catching tray right here, and oh my goodness, it fits perfect. Okay, I would love to have a little lamp on this table, and I thrifted this brass one a while back, and I've had it sitting in a different place in our house, but I think it is perfect for this area. It may be a little short. Maybe we should try propping it up on some books. Let's try that. Again, thrifted these books. This one is American Pastels, and this one is Holiday Pumpkins, so coming up to be appropriate, but I just thought it was a pretty colored book, and I like that it's kind of a different shape. So let's try these. Ooh, they are barely the right size. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. So let's just rubber band up this cord, and you might be thinking, but Brooke, where are you going to plug it in? There isn't an outlet over here, but don't worry, I have already thought of that. And I have a plan. Right now, I just want to hide the cord. So these books will actually help with that too, because it kind of gives me a little spot back here to put this bundle of wires where it looks nice and neat. Once I show you how to have light and have a functioning lamp without the cord, you can also thrift a really cheap lamp. I have a couple, and if the light kit in it doesn't work currently, just cut the wire out and then use this hack instead. I just love this lamp, and it actually works, so I don't want to cut the cord on it. in case I want to move it around later. But I may consider doing that with another lamp in the future, or if I find one. But that's just another tip that you can use too. Now let me show you how we can get light to this lamp with no electricity. So these are called magic bulbs, and basically it's a battery operated light bulb. So it looks like this, and it comes with this little piece on the bottom to where you can actually hang it and just use it as is, but you can also twist that part off and put it into any lamp like normal. And again, this lamp is not plugged in whatsoever. Is that not incredible? So it has the button on here. You can change the brightness of it. So it also has a remote, but you can also use the little button on here. It stays charged for up to 8 hours, and the way that you charge it is by plugging it into a normal lamp that is hooked up to the electric and let it charge that way. So I thought this was an amazing hack for using lamps where you don't have an electrical outlet. My thought goes to not just areas like this that are just missing an outlet on the wall, but if you have an open concept floor plan and you want a side table with a lamp, but it's kind of floating in the middle of the room, this is a great option for that. And they were not that expensive considering they're reusable and how well they work. I'm very happy with them. I mean, look at that. And then I can turn down the dimness. It was $30 for the pair. And I love that there's a pair because I can be charging one and have one always ready for this spot. But I just thought that this was incredible and such a great hack for those areas where you want light but can't get it. Okay, lastly, I know I want some kind of floral or greenery or dried greenery or something here in a vase, and then possibly like a candle or something just to have like the rule of thirds. So I'm gonna try to use things I've already thrifted. I have no idea what I actually want here, so I'm gonna go pull a few of the vases that I've had and see what I like the best. So let's play a little. I rounded up 3 vase options. I think I know which one I like. I'm torn between 2. Let me show you the one I'm pretty sure I don't want. So as cute as this little crock is, I just don't know. I think he's too smooth to go with the brass, and there's something off with the brass and that tan. But just for imagination's sake. So there's option 1. Okay, here's option 2, which I love because I feel like this is the right detail for this space. This is just a touch too dark and it doesn't show up, but I also love. So that's option 2. And here's option 3, which I did not expect to like, but a part of me loves this ribbed glass detail because it adds something different. And the shape really fits the space well. What do we think? Let me know in the comments your pick. Option 1, option 2, or option 3. You're gonna see which one I wound up picking, but I might change it out. But let me know what you would pick in the comments below.
Here's a little reminder of what this space looked like before. The wood was dark and there wasn't really anything going on in this entry area. And here's what it looks like now. This once blah entryway is now filled with personal touches, low light, beautiful dried greenery, and functional touches like these baskets. I'm so happy with the way that it turned out, and I can't wait to walk in every single day and see this view.
believe this transformation. I am still in awe of just painting the doors white and how bright it made it. But then you add this moment when you first walk in the door, and it's incredible. I'm so excited to see how all these thrifted pieces, from the frames to the table to the lamp to the baskets, all of it thrifted, how it came together to create this beautiful moment when you walk in this door. So make sure to check out your local thrift store and see what you can find, because you may be able to create something in your home that makes you as happy as this space makes me. If you like this video, please like and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on future videos from me, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Hello.
I love you. I love you. You're in my shirt. Yes, you are. It's okay. You can get in my shirt.